Here is an old Sears. This is an old Craftsman. It has the old crown, so I don't know exactly how old this is, but this is a drill bit sharpening attachment for just a bench grinder, and instructions are on the back here. And I think you can actually still get these from Enco, and they'll cost you about 20 bucks or something like that. And basically what this does is bolt next to your grinder, and you set the angle of your drill according to the instructions. You pop your drill in here and get it all set up according to the instructions, and then you basically swing it across the side of your grinder wheel here, which I don't particularly like, but you know, that's what it says. I like the note in here. It says, note, instructions for the use of the number 6677 Craftsman drill grinding attachment indicate that twist drills should be sharpened on the flat side of the grinding wheel. Although all Craftsman grinding wheels are marked with the statement, never grind on side of wheel, this statement is not intended to apply to this grinding attachment. So don't do it, but it's okay to do it with this apparently. So I'm going to see if there's a way I can get this set up on my my 8-inch grinder over there, and kind of temporarily. We'll probably have to clamp it down with some C-clamps or something, and we'll see if this actually works. I'll set it all up here and get the drill in place at the bench, and then we'll go over there. So I'm going to read these instructions and kind of figure out how this sucker goes together. Okay, so we get everything clamped down. This isn't going anywhere. Every part about this don't look kosher. Basically what you have here is a little tab on the front that holds against the cutting edge. So that holds your vertical angle there. And you have an angular selector here, which goes from 49 degrees to 86 degrees, so we're half of that, so we're 59 for the 118 degree. And what you do is there's a little clamp here, spring-loaded, and a thumb screw, and a kind of a feed rod here. So what you do is you adjust this slide here to the back, so you have just a little bit of the drill bit sticking beyond this little edge here, and you basically swing it across the side of your grinding wheel. And then every time you do that, you feed in with this screw here until you get that angle perfectly ground, perfectly vertical, you know, not taking off anymore. Then you feed up this stop, and then you turn the drill bit to the other flute, back it off, and come into your stop. So that's how this works. And what we're going to do is, I have to stand over here where the camera is, something along those lines there. So I'm going to stand to the side so when this thing grenades, at least I don't get it in the face. I'm wearing my gloves just in case, and wearing a face shield just in case, because this goes against everything that I want to do. But for YouTube, we're going to do it. Hey, you got to plug in the grinder first. Step number one, they didn't mention that in the instructions, plug in the grinder. Okay. Well, I'll be damned if I can get this in focus, actually. Come on. There we go. That didn't do a half bad job. Didn't do a half bad job at all. That actually looks better than the drill doctor. I'm going to get my angle gauge and I'm going to measure this and I'll let you know how it comes out. Okay, one flute is slightly, and I mean slightly, longer than the other. And considering what we were just doing to that, that isn't bad. And I know everybody's going to ask, what did it do to the side of the grinder? It really didn't do much, actually. Here's the grinding wheel there. You can see the black mark there. There's no groove, no change in the actual wheel itself. In other words, I can't feel a ridge or anything. I mean, eventually, could you wear that out? Yup. Would I want to do this on my grinder that I use every day? Nope. Could I get a cheapo piece of garbage grinder and use it? Probably. We'll see if this grinds out any better. That's just a embedded metal. There's no wear in that stone at all. Again, not necessarily something I would want to use every day. But maybe you can take this and, you know what this would probably be good on is setting up with a like a belt sander. I bet you that would actually work out pretty good if you set it up with the belt sander right along the belt. That'd probably make a nice surface. The only thing I did notice though is, and I don't know if this actually makes a difference, your actually grain of your metal now is going with the cutting edge. So whereas if you were to grind it yourself or use the drill doctor, the grain of the grind is going perpendicular with the cutting flute. So I don't know if that would actually make a difference in longevity of the bit, but we'll give it a shot. We'll drill a hole with this and see how it looks. Well, guys, proof is in the pudding. I mean, I could tell just by doing it how even the chips were coming off of that. And I mean, you could even tell just looking at it. The chisel point here, let's zoom in a little bit. The chisel point is a little bit better of an angle on there. This one's a little too much. The flutes on this here, like I said, are a little uneven. You can tell compared to this one, which is straight. And the biggest thing that you can tell by these is, get a white background here. The biggest thing, if I can kind of get these lined up side by side here and zoomed in. All right, look at the difference in that relief angle. Here's the Drill Doctor one, and that's my problem right there. Is my relief angle is all wrong on these bits. There's almost none there, and you can see on the one I just used, you got pretty much the perfect relief. Now, like I said, the only difference between them is I don't know if the light will catch this the correct way, or if I can get the light to catch it the right way. Come on, you might be able to see it there and there. If I, all right, you can see here. All right, you can see the grain of the metal is going with the cutting edge, whereas on the Drill Doctor one, it's more like a hand ground. It's swirled with against the cutting edge, perpendicular to it. So I don't know if that would make a difference in actual wear of the drill bit. But out of both of these, I like this one better. And this one, brand new, will cost you around $130. This one, brand new, will probably cost around $15. I got this for $2. And it was brand new in the box. Would I use it with a grinder? No, you'll wear out the side of your grinder eventually. Your best bet is to get something like a dedicated little belt sander, even the little 1-inch belt sanders you can get from Harbor Freight for like 30 bucks. Will probably work pretty decent with this, to be honest with you. Just dedicate that to a drill grinding rig, and there you go. And you have all different kinds of angles up here, all the way up to 135 and everything else. So the only thing you can't do with this that you can do with that is split the point, but other than that, I like this a lot better. This will stay though. So kind of hope you guys enjoyed this video.